Hello, everyone. Infinity L here, and I hope you are all having a beautiful day or evening, whatever time you're watching this at. And I was inspired to do this video from a post I've seen quite a few times, whether it's done through a Facebook card, it's what I've seen most of the time, of people saying that they want more awake and aware friends. And when I had my first awakening in the around November of 2014, I felt the exact same way. I had reached that new realization, that new understanding of the oneness that we are, God made manifest in human form. And in the past couple of years, I've had some absolutely amazing experiences and have met some amazing individuals who are awake and aware as well. And one thing that has really come to me is as much fun and as beautiful as it is having awake friends around us, I really feel called to spend more time with those who are not awake and those who have not realized their divine essence yet. And I believe that and I feel that our highest growth and our highest learning comes from those that we don't agree upon or don't agree with, those who differ in opinion and those who differ in belief and thoughts and ideas and all that. And when we come together with those people that were like, no, I'm not digging it, but because there are not two people on earth that believe the exact same thing, we're all meant to be our own unique divine expression of God, and we do a perfect job of doing that, especially when we let go of what other people think and what other people feel and really can immerse ourselves and be present with others that are not doing what we're doing and don't have any. So, like, for me, I love spirituality and I love rock climbing and I love motorcycles and writing, photography, so on and so forth. And when I come together with people that don't have any of those passions and have things that are completely different that they find passionate, really being able to let go of what my own desires are and step into the play of being present with them and what it is that they truly love to experience and spend time with. I believe that's a huge mastery right there, is being able to be present and feel, whether you have the joy or passion for it or not, but to feel their joy and their passion and their love for it and just be excited for them and with them about it. Like if someone came up to me and wanted to tell me about a new pair of shoes they got, I right now I'm an amputee and I have one shoe, not even a whole pair right now. And so I could care less about that. I love shoes. Um, but having a conversation about it, I wouldn't really find that exciting, but for the fact of getting to share that excitement with the person who is sharing it with me. And I love conscious communities. I used to live in one in Oregon, and I visited Sedona, Arizona, and Boone, North Carolina. I believe those are the three conscious community areas that I've spent time in, and as beautiful and as amazing it is feeling those energies. And I think it's good for charging, I guess, our spiritual batteries. Um, Saved people don't need saving. And I really believe that the power that we have as God realized beings is going out into the world and really sharing our love, not going out and be like, oh, I'm going to go share light and love everywhere, but just embodying it and being it. And kind of like, if you imagine a concert and it's an outdoor concert, so the projection of the sound is being a lot much further broadcasted than an inside one. And say from a mile away, you can kind of hear it. You can hear something off in the distance. Then you get 3/4 of a mile and you're starting to make out the lyrics of it. You get half a mile away and you're starting to feel some of the high notes and you're feeling the bass of it, and then the closer you get, the more of that music you're starting to experience, and more of that music that you're starting to embody it and being able to share in the experience. So if we imagine the amount of love that we have for ourselves, even though, or kind of like dropping a rock in a pond or a big lake that's glass water, and you drop it in, and at first it's big ripples, and as it gets further and further out, the ripples never end, but they get smaller. And so if you look at it, and I like that analogy, I guess, a little bit more, that our heart, every heartbeat is pulsating, I get what we could call our frequency of love. And so let's say that conscious communities, and this is not to belittle anyone or anything or anyone where they're all at on their path. We're all growing at our perfect. We're all expanding and integrating into what we already are. It's not like there's anything outside of us that we have to achieve or obtain. It's all within us, and we're just integrating and expanding into it. And if you look at it that way, with dropping the rock into the pond or the lake, that is our heartbeat, and it say like hertz of the music that is going out. Say Jesus or Buddha or Moses or anyone along that ascended, who is now ascended master. Say they have the love vibration of 10,000 hertz, and let's say you or I, someone who is a God realized being and coming into more of the embodiment of love, say anywhere the highest, uh, we can call it source, is 100,000 hertz. And as you step down in dimensions in each soul contract and wherever we're at, that each person goes, say Jesus is like 100,000, and then whoever's 50,000 will say that I'm at like 10,000, say you're at 10,000, and say someone who is going through absolute pits of hell of life right now, saying they're stuck in drug addiction or abusive relationships or whatever it may be, and they hate the world and they complain about everything and all that, say they're at 500 hertz. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, we're all expanding into what we already are at our perfect rate, especially when we don't go seeking for it, because it is all within. So now imagine someone who is 10,000 hertz walks into an area or a city or a business, restaurant, whatever. Someone who's 10,000 hertz, and most of the people there are 500 to 1,000 hertz. That heartbeat, every time our heart beats, that is being projected out and affecting all of them. And since love is all that is, and it is the most powerful energy in the world, in the universe, in everything, love is what created everything, love is what you are, and love is what you're coming back into your expansion of. And so as you go and share yourself, your heartbeat, whether you talk to someone or not, it doesn't really matter. It can sometimes be more beneficial to, and sometimes I think it can be more beneficial not to actually share verbally with them. But as you go out and let your heart do the work and follow your guidance and follow your intuition, follow your feelings, you get to go and share that with everything around you. And so as much fun as it is having awake and aware friends, I really I really recommend for everyone, especially if you are awake and aware God realized being, to go out and share that with everyone around you. Go sit in a park and just look at people and just be like, oh, may you be blessed. May you be blessed. I love you. And they're going to feel it. They may not look around, they may look around not knowing what's going on. And I've experienced that myself, where I'll show up into an area and people start looking around like, what's going on. I've had people come up to me inside of restaurants and buildings and just other business areas and come up to me and be like, dude, this might sound crazy, but I felt you walk in. I could feel you coming before you actually got in here. I mean, that's a huge compliment for how much love someone can, or I personally am embodying so far. And I hope that for everyone, because the more I put my hand on my heart and I do the I love yous, the more exciting it gets and the more love I feel for myself. And I know the more love that I have and feel for myself, the more I can share that with everyone. And I think that's the most amazing experience in game and life, is to be able to share what we have. And since all of us want love, all of us are love, the more we embody it, the more that we really take time to focus on ourselves and really become that love that we know that we are, and be okay with and appreciate everything that life brings us. It makes for such an amazing experience, and I love you all, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. Feel free to add me on Facebook or subscribe. And I've got a list of 5 other videos that I've been inspired to do. And we'll see how many more I get done tonight. Until the next one, I love you all. God bless you. Go shine your light. Blessings.